particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Volunteers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Vols have it with a first and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that really helps them out down here in the red zone. And they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reads it, fires complete. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. He'll be brought down at the 4-yard line on fourth and goal. Didn't even get close.
Hey, you come out early in the game. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver. In different ways, they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wants to go up top. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, that one falls incomplete. You know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals, and the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
They'll go to the toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
To do here on 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Away to find some room. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Hauls it in. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Going to the running game. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. And that one did not work.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And this one is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. So here is the Tennessee offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw again. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. But that's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
And the Vols have their offense in high gear. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Let's go! Let's go! Okay, ready?
Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Hughes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking for a push on fourth down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
The Volunteers will have it first and 10. He wants to change this route. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, they're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
They kick it away on 4th down, and he muffs it, a loose football. So the offense accepts a 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. All wideouts, no backs. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown ball. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. receiver comes in motion. Got the quick completion. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Bought a little time, lets it go. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that, but I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Looking to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Finds space on the right. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Send that offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups with it.
Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Well, that time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Quick release by the QB. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Arkansas! They take the lead with the 6. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Philly deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires left. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
On the run, it's Garrison. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
The Vols, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
Ready. On the ready.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And into the end zone. He almost. It in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Trick 9B.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteer!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. An 84-yard drive there. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. Plows through the defense. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the returner will be brought down. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for room. It's Garrison. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's looking deep. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Garrison. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Field goal is good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Send that offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. Had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones, and you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads it left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, That one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They got the incompletion to stop the clock. Now they need another stop on third down to get the ball back. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Another incompletion on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the up. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the fifth sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Steps away. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The Volunteers have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Volunteers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Complete to the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on first down. Buys a little time. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 4th down, looking to pass. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably will, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And And they'll take a knee. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Line getting set on 2nd down. He might want another play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a spot in the middle. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown ball! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.